now at 8:20 with today's update. This morning we're catching up with David and Sean Goldman, the New Jersey father and son involved in an international custody case that dragged on for years. Well, Sean is now 11 years old and has been back in the U.S. for 2 years. And Natalie Morales recently visited with him exclusively.
Wow. Whoa. There you go.
To look at him now, Sean Goldman seems like any other 11-year-old boy, shooting hoops and hanging out with his dad.
So, any tests today?
But the story behind this all-American moment is one of heartache, courage, and incredible perseverance. In 2004, David Goldman's wife, Bruna, took their son, Sean, then 4 years old, to Brazil to visit her family. They never came back. Bruna divorced Goldman in Brazil, remarried, got pregnant, then died during childbirth. David Goldman fought for years to get Sean back. But his ex-wife's family fought too, and the court battle went on for nearly 5 years. Finally, on Christmas Eve 2009, David and Sean Goldman were reunited in Brazil. We were there as they flew to New Jersey on a jet chartered by NBC News.
My little boy is 5 feet away, sound asleep, peaceful.
Is it great just being around him every day?
Yeah, it is. It fascinates me.
Now, 2 years later, I got a chance to catch up with David and Sean at home.
Yeah. What do you remember about 2 years ago?
Coming home and seeing all the snow.
Here's something else.
This is Sean back in 2009. A lot has changed since then.
What's life like for you now?
I get to wake up and spend time with my dad. I just love hanging out and stuff. And playing basketball and baseball.
Sean took me upstairs to show me his room.
This is cool. Your room has changed as much as you have.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me, you've grown how much since you got home?
I'm not sure. I think I was 4'11" when I came here.
I think so, yeah.
And you're now about
5'4".
And a half.
You're stretching. What are your favorite times together? I know you guys just went fishing. I hear you caught something pretty crazy.
A barracuda, or 2 barracudas.
You caught 2 barracudas?
Yeah.
Oh my, were you scared? I would have been freaking out.
No, but they were really big and strong.
Sean's big moment will be featured on an upcoming episode of the show Bass to Billfish on the NBC Sports Network.
Right on! Coming up! Whoa!
I'm still processing everything.
He loves being on the water. He loves anything to do with the ocean. Swimming, getting shells, surfing, fishing. So that was a very, very fun memory.
A memory David Goldman will cherish after missing so much of Sean's childhood. Now David continues the work he started on the Bring Sean Home Foundation to help other families in similar situations. But he doesn't dwell on the past with Sean.
Does he talk about life in Brazil, or has he sort of shut out the past?
He doesn't ask questions about it. Once in a while we'll be driving and he'll say, you know, my mom liked that song. But that's really it.
Sean's grandmother in Brazil is still fighting to get him back. She's appealing several rulings and hasn't been able to see Sean since he left Brazil.
And you're open to having her come here to visit him?
Yes, I've said that. I didn't want her to walk in my shoes, but she's got to stop the litigation.
David says Sean is adjusting well to his new life and his new family. David is engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Wendy. They live together along with her 2 sons, Dylan and Jesse. Just a boy living a life his father fought so hard to restore. Sean even told his dad, "I'm glad you never gave up on me."
Does he know how lucky he is?
I hope he feels, if he doesn't feel lucky, I mean just normal and just a regular boy. I mean there's no walls between us. He'll just come up to me and give me said, "Dad, can I have a hug?" And just to hear him say that, and then to be able to go over and give him that hug, it just, it's very special.
Thanks, you too.
We contacted the attorney for Sean's grandmother in Brazil. In a statement, they said Ms. Ribeiro is saddened and disappointed that Sean has not been permitted to have contact with his Brazilian relatives since his return from Brazil to New Jersey nearly 2 years ago. She has not been permitted to have any phone or email contact with Sean for more than 1 year. Ms. Ribeiro has repeatedly offered and remains willing to end her limited application in Brazil if Mr. Goldman would finally allow her to have visitation with Sean in New Jersey. We will be back in a moment, but first, your local news and weather.